All right. Good morning, Discord. We are here today. What I'm going to be doing is looking at a few things that some of the trades we've gotten into recently. BMNR, we'll look at NVTS and SERV, SERV, SERV Robotics, Navitas, and Bitmine. Yeah, we're going to take a look at a few things. Hope you're having a great morning. Hope you had a great weekend as well. Very excited for the market. This Monday's looking pretty good for us. If you were able to get into some of the trades that we've posted, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here. Basically, what we're looking at is my portfolio. You could see up today 2%. I got some options contracts here that you can see. And, just give you an update in terms of some of the ones you see here. Like, for example, I know sometimes when we enter in these cash secure puts, they can go into the negative. And sometimes if you're new to options trading, you can say, whoa, wait, what's going on? Why is it negative? Don't be alarmed by that. We know that we're getting paid the premium, which is time. So, the option contract has an expiration date for here of November 11th. And you can see that, on my side, it looks like it's down $90. If I go to simulate my returns here in Robinhood, I like the features that it has. Other platforms may have similar features, but you'll see here that, today it's negative 70, but if the price stays at $54, then you can see over time that I will be collecting about $2,250 on my contracts that I have of BMNR. So not close to being worried. You can see my strike price is 44. Right now, the stock is trading at about $54. So I'm about $10 away. That means that the stock price would have to drop $10 essentially. So $10 divided by 54, the stock would have to drop 19% just to hit my $44 strike price. And if it did that, then, I would own the shares at 44 and still collect the $2,200. So I'm definitely excited for this trade. I like that BMNR is up 7% today. So definitely not worried about a little bit of negative. In that, I have one that is in the positive, 23%. So there's about $400 that'll be coming on a 40 put, which is even safer than that. And then you can see I have one that's plus 35 at a $41. So I got 5, 6, 7 contracts of BMNR cash secure put. So 7 times, let's say 4, about $28,000 of put contracts. And then here in my retirement Roth IRA, you can see I have 2 contracts, one at 55 and one at 40. I did one at 55 because I really want the shares of BMNR. So I'm hoping it get assigned. If not, if I do not get assigned at 55 and BMNR decides to stay above that strike, I actually wanted the shares and I want to get some shares of BMNR. I guess I did have bought 100 shares and I'll show you that as well. But when you really want the shares and you be more aggressive, you can see that, I'm going to make, if I don't get the shares, I'll still make $1,100 on one contract. For $5,500. I will make $1,100, which is about 19%, I think is what I calculated. So that's still not a bad return. We're targeting 24% per year. And with one trade, I can make 20% in 2 months. That's pretty awesome. But looking at BMNR, you can see on the daily that we are, there was a lot of activity here because as we know, if you do research on BMNR, you'll see that Tom Lee, Kathy Wood, Peter Thiel, research these guys, and you'll see that they all invested maybe a 10% stake each, maybe a little more than that, into the company, pumped it up. There was some selling, and then it hit a bottom of about 30, bounced up. And since then, you can see, there's some support that's actually drawn in by the Gen X system. I also draw the lines myself so I can see the consolidation. You can see here, if you think of it like a pinball, and these are, wedges in between where the ball bounces back and forth. You can see we're kind of in a consolidating place, which is great because with consolidation, if you're the buyer of a contract, consolidation's boring and you lose money. But if you're selling the option, we're making money, and that's what we want. So if we continue to see chop there, we'll see ourselves collecting premium. And you can see here, if I extend this out, we're looking at it right about the 55, which is my point of selling the cash secured put on my 55 put. So we'll see if it hits that. If not, I'll just collect lots of premium in the process. But you can see we're looking pretty good. If we go to the 4-hour chart on BMNR, you can see there's some consolidation, but it looks to me like, wow, that's pretty awesome right there. You can see we're getting ready to break out of a short-term trend there. If we break out of there, we're going back to 60. Go back to 60, we can close out our positions and lock in some profit. So very exciting. Happy for that. And then if we go to the 1-hour chart, you can see here that we're definitely in a very, very positive, we got reversal. You can see we have a solid retest and we're just going up. So this is wonderful, amazing, love it. And looking forward to what the future holds. I like where we're going. I like where we're heading. You can see also I got 10 contracts of NVTS. So, close to $5,500 of contracts. And if you got into the NVTS, we'll look here. You can see I got a October 31 expiration. It's about 30 days. And, this one's pretty straightforward, simple. If the price stays about $7 or at least above 5.5, I'll collect $200 on 5,500, which is almost 4%, maybe 3-something percent, 3.8, 3.7. And if you look at NVTS on the daily chart, you can see we got a nice support here at about the 550, which is the strike price that we entered the position at. And you can see we're, have a nice green, nice retest. I would expect this candle to be positive. We're probably headed up from there. If I go to the 4-hour, you can see here, we're at some resistance, but you can see the consolidation. So lots of support at $6. I mean, we're pretty safe there on NVTS. And let's see what else we got. We got some SERV. I think I closed my SERV for some profit, but if you're in the position, it's great. Very, very nice SERV. You can see has a lot of support about the 950. It's bounced off. You got a green signal, healthy retest. So I'd expect this to stay pretty much sideways and chop. So that's going to be money in the bank as time goes on. Data decay just brings premium into your bank account. So very excited for that. Again, very exciting morning. Looking like, overall year over year, I'm still tracking, I believe, about 30% year over year on my individual account, which is great. Going over to my retirement account, Roth IRA. I'm tracking year over year on this account. Tracking about 52%. So our target, Tech Hedge Pivot, 24%. My retirement account's tracking 52% from year over year. So the date this year was 28,500 on September 30th of 2024. And currently at 43,000. So not bad. Hope you guys are enjoying your day. Man, when I find another trade, I'm going to pop that one into the Discord. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Have a great morning. Hey, post where you're at. Post your trades in the Discord. Let's see, even if you haven't closed them out, take a snapshot. Let's see where you're at. Talk to you later.